My name is Michelle. I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. I am here to do a little presentation for you, or a little project. I know I haven't been doing very many because I've been kind of waiting to do some because I've been trying to decide what Christmas ones I've been wanting to do, and I've been trying to get some Christmas ones put together. So I have been waiting, but now I've got a few different ones that I want to do, so I'm hoping to be able to get some more videos out for you guys. So you should be seeing some more from me. So just to kind of let you know what Chalk Couture is. Chalk Couture is a home DIY design, home decor items where you can do home decorations of anything that you want. Home designs made out of chalk paste, chalk ink, or Chalkology ink. Designs made from silk transfers, and you can change them out as often as you want. So depending with the seasons, if you want to have them for just a little while, just for that season, and then for the next season just change it out again, it's all up to you. So that's the nice thing about these, and they're just put right onto just chalkboards, and they're easily washable. As long as you have them on, they are easily stay on until you wash them and scrub them off with water. They will not come off until you actually scrub them off with water. You can actually seal them also, but they will stay on until you actually scrub them and put some really good oomph into really scrubbing them. Okay, I do have some up on my wall behind me, as you can tell, and they're actually gonna stay there for a while until I really do some really good scrubbing at trying to get them off. So they're not going anywhere until I really do something, want to take them off. So I have decided that I'm gonna do a 10-inch Chalk Couture board. So this is one that I was able to get off my website. Unfortunately, we are not selling these anymore. They are all gone. So pretty much what I have left is what I have. So I do have a few left in my corner here, but not many. So So if anybody decides that they want a design or something, and I happen to have a small one that they want to get one on, depending on if I have it, you know, I can definitely make you something or get you something with it. Or if you decide that you like this one that I'm making, by all means, let me know. We can talk and possibly you can get it. Okay? So I'm going to make this one. It's a new one. It's coming right from its package. And it's called Santa I Can Explain and Son of a Nutcracker. It also has like a little bow with a little bell. The nice thing about these, as long as you take really good care of your transfers, these can last you up to 8 to 12 times, 12 uses. So you really want to take good care of your transfers. So you definitely want to mark your transfers. So I'm going to grab a marker. Okay. So I'm going to set my board aside. So on one side, I'm going to put Son of a Nutcracker. But then I also want to put Santa I Can Explain. Then I also have a bell and a bow. because I just like to know everything that I have on my backer. Just that way I know what goes on it, because once I separate all my pieces, they can easily come off, get disappear, get mixed up once I start using different designs and whatnot, because I can mix and match my transfers and use them in different projects or on different projects. So say I want to use something, a part of Santa from I Can Explain, and use it with another project, or I want to use the bow with another project. I want to know where it came from. And so by having it marked on my backer, I can easily look at this and say, oh, this is where my bow went. Okay. Also, it also helps to know where the back side of the transfer is, because this side, as you can tell, is just kind of like a paper side. That's the back. The other side is kind of a, see if the light can pick it up here. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to pick it up. I see sometimes from other videos with designers, they sometimes have a hard time picking it up too, but it's, if you ever get one, you'll have one that's kind of more of a, it'll look like, when you look at it, it's more of a glossy side. So for me, the best way to explain it, if you ever see the pictures, you have one that's like a glossy side and then one that's the matte side. That's the best way to say it. So you're going with the glossy side and one's the matte side. That's the side that you're wanting, the glossy side. The transfer goes on the glossy side. So you don't want it to go on the matte side where it's like the paper side, because that will ruin your transfer. So I'm going to take my transfer scissors here, and I'm going to use the line that's provided from Chalk Couture, and I'm going to use it to go right along and cut my transfer. And I am just cutting the transfer, not my backer, because I want to keep my backer. Okay, so all I did was cut my transfer. So my backing is still good, because I want to be able to put my transfer pieces back onto it. I want to be able to keep this whole backing piece as a whole, so that way I can put it back into my little plastic container and be able to hold it as a whole on my wall or wherever you're going to hang it. Different people hang it different places. They hang it on a rack, they hang it on their, like on little hooks on their wall, or wherever that they may need to put it, just so that way they don't get ruined. So you want to be able to protect them, like I said. So once they're cut, you are good to go. Okay? So I'm going to just set my scissors aside. So I'm going to go pretty basic. I don't want to go too crazy, so let's see. So now it's time to decide on colors. So let's see. Let's do Santa in Candy Apple. And we can do I Can Explain. We'll do that one in a different color. do that one in, how about iced coffee? So that way it's a little bit, that way Santa stands out. Because I want Santa to stand out. We'll do the bell in silver. Because I actually have shimmer silver here. So we'll do that in silver. And then the bow, let's see. Trying to decide where I'd want the bow for the bell. So depending on where I put the bow, it would depend on what color I want the bow. Let's figure that out. We'll figure that out after. Let me get my fuzzing towel. You always want your fuzzing towel, or any towel that will give you fuzz. You want it to be nice and fuzzy, because anything that you're going to put your transfers on, if there's any chance that you think it is going to stick and may pull on your transfer in any way, you want to fuzz it. And since it's brand new and possibly maybe a little sticky, I'm gonna at least fuzz it at least once, just so that way it doesn't stick to my board too badly. Okay, so I am going to stick it probably down here, so that way I can put the bell, I think would look good right up here. We'll put it more like at an angle, so that way we can fit the bell right up here and put the bow, I think would look good right here. Sorry, it's a little bit, let's get this to come down just a tad bit more. Sorry, I'm kind of blurring it a bit. There, so that way you can see a little bit more, so it kind of cuts me off just a bit. But I want to be able to make sure that you can see. So I think if I put it on an angle here, so like I said, if I put it on an angle, so that way it's on here on the board at an angle, I can put the bell right in here with the bow up here. I think that would look good. So let's go with that. So I'm going to push it up out of the way a bit. So the first thing you want to do is open up your paste, and you want to make sure that you stir your paste. So when you first get into it, you want to make sure you want it to be like a yogurt, kind of nice and smooth consistency. You want it to be workable. If it ends up being too dry and it's not workable, I would add a little bit of water to it, but since this is pretty workable, I'm not going to do that, because I have worked with this one. I'm actually starting to run out of it a little bit because I have been using it. So I have ordered some more to be able to get through my Christmas stuff. But it is pretty workable. But like I said, I want it to be nice, smooth, kind of a yogurt, kind of, that's what they all kind of call it. Kind of like a yogurt, kind of, you know, just nice and smooth, nice and easy, workable paste. So that way you can easily spread it and make sure that it's not going to dry on you too quickly. So once you know it's going to be easy and workable, you then take it and you start putting it onto your board. So I'm going to put it in a few little spots, and then I will start spreading it. So just get it all spread out, because once you have it all spread out, you can then start squeegeeing all the extra paste off the screen. So you want to make sure that you get all the silk screen, everything that is the design, anywhere that says the picture, that has the picture or the words. You don't want to have any of that missed. Any of this color, you don't need to have paste on, because that is just extra extra silk screen or extra transfer. It's just to help stick to the surface that you're doing the project on, so that way it makes it easier to do your project, because you want to be able to have it stick to your project. But you will have some that doesn't have a whole lot of this, and so it will make it a little bit more difficult, and so those ones you just have to be a little bit more cautious on, and just hold it down the best you can and just work with it. And once you have it all over and you have it squeegeed the best you can, go ahead and pick it up from the corners and just pull in towards the middle and start working it up. And just do it slowly, so that way you don't pull up on your paste, and so that way you don't pull up on anywhere that you don't want pulled up, that shouldn't be pulled up. Looks like I bled a little bit right there, which is easily fixable. Sometimes that happens. I thought I heard a little bit of an air bubble. So just right here, I don't know if you can see it right there, it kind of went out a little bit. So that just means that there was a little bit of an air bubble where it kind of the paste just kind of sinked under the design or the silk screen and to the transfer, and it just went where it wasn't supposed to. But we can easily use just a little bit of water on a Q-tip and get rid of that. But I'm going to dry it first and dry the rest of the paste, so that way I don't ruin any of the other areas that I don't want to mess up. Because it'll make it a little bit easier. I also ordered some shimmer red chalk paste, and I think this would look really good in some shimmer red to where it'll make it kind of sparkly. That would be really pretty. So this doesn't take very long to dry. So like I said, I can easily put my fingers on it and rub it, and it's not gonna go anywhere. Okay? I mean, literally, it's dry. Okay? So now I'm just gonna wet my Q-tip a little bit. Okay? And I am just gonna clean this little spot up right here where it bled. And then I'll just dry where I just wet it. That's simple. And now it's fixed. You can't even tell that it bled out. Okay? Let's see. I think I might be done with my candy apple. So I think I will set it aside. So you always want to make sure that you clean this side of your paste one last time. Or at least the best that you can. Oh, you know what? I said I was going to do the I Can Explain in iced coffee, and then I did it all in red. Boy, I really didn't listen to myself. But that is okay. I think it all looks good better in red. So that is perfectly all right. So let's get our bell. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't listen to myself and do it in iced coffee, and I did it in the red instead. Sometimes it's a good thing that you don't listen to yourself. Let's put it. Just trying to figure out how I want to set it. Probably just right down in here. I'm just making sure that it's nice and flat. Trying to make sure that there's no bubbles. Sometimes even no matter how much you try to make sure there's no bubbles in it, sometimes it still happens. So I'm just gonna stir my paste. And then I'm just gonna stick it on my bell there. And then I'm just gonna use my squeegee to make sure I get it all spread around. And then make sure that I get all the excess off. grab from the center, never the corners. And you just pick it up, pull up, and there is your bell. That's okay. So there is the pretty bell. So let's go ahead and get that dried. And then once that's dry, now we just have to decide what color we want to do the bow. I think it's got a little silver right there, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not that much. So let's see. So this is what my bow looks like. So let's find the top of the little bell here. Let's see. So I'm trying to decide if I want it on, where it's like with the hole, or probably up a little bit above. I'm gonna go this way. It's just kind of at an angle. So I am just going to press where the bow is. I don't need to press on where the bell is, because I don't need to press anywhere there. Because if I press where the bell is, I have a chance of accidentally pulling up paste from where the bell is, okay? So I just want to make sure that I kind of keep that kind of up. So I'm just kind of being careful with that part. So like I said, I'm just kind of pressing where the ribbon is. Okay. So like I said, could do a green, or we could do, you know what? We could do copper, or yeah, shimmer copper. We could do a green bow. Because that's kind of Christmassy. Trying to think. Meadow green or shimmer copper for a shimmery bow. I think I want to go a shimmery bow. Let's go with a shimmery bow. I think it'll make it nice and pretty. stir up my paste. Because you always want to stir up your paste, and then I'll just add a little bit on here. Going to get it spread on my transfer. Get it all over. So as you can tell, I'm not coming down where that bell was at, because I really don't need to go down in there. Because that was, you know, not part of this one. I just need where the bell is, or where the ribbon is, not where the bell is, sorry. So I am just getting right in here. And I love these little multi-tools right here because they are smaller than the small squeegees or the mini squeegees. So it makes it to where I can just get right in where I need to be. And I'm not taking up a whole lot of space. So I just paste in smaller areas. Plus you get more control with these because it's a bigger squeegee, which is nice. Unlike these mini squeegees, they're a little bit smaller, but they're a little bit not as firm. They still work, but it gives you more, you're able to get more surface area with those, like I was able to down here. But you can't get a more fine defined area, surface area, like this. So it does make it a little bit harder. So depending on what type of area you're doing, you want to take a look at that and see what kind of squeegee you want. And I do have a bigger one for larger areas than even this. So they even have even bigger ones, but I haven't gotten the bigger ones. So there is that pretty ribbon. I am so glad I went with the shimmer gold, or the shimmer copper, sorry. It is so pretty. Let me shoot some heat on it, so that way I don't get my fingers in it and smudge it or mess it up in any way, because knowing me, I'd probably do that. And I don't want to do that. I want to make sure it's dry. And then I'll hold it up so that way you guys can see it, okay? So there is Santa I Can Explain. And look at that shimmer copper bow. See how that's And also the bell is silver and it's also shimmer. So they both shimmer. And I apologize, the light does not catch it very well, so you can't tell that it is shimmering. I wish it got it better, but it doesn't. So I wish it did. I don't know if I can try to angle it different. No, it's not. So, like I said, apologize, but it is very pretty. So, but those are very pretty colors. I think it would look really good if I had it in the shimmer red as well. So if it was like all shimmer, that would look really good, really cool. It's too bad I don't have the shimmer red as well. But, oh well. It's coming, it's coming. So, you know, I'll get it in a little while. So, I do have the jute string, the string that comes with this, but I think, let's see, let's do a different ribbon. Trying to just, let me take a look at my ribbons here, let's see. I think this one would look really good with it, where it is a red ribbon with some kind of a, it's kind of like a sparkly gold copper, or kind of like a copperish gold, which I think would match with this really, really well. I could do like Merry Christmas, but I don't think that would go with this, since it's not really saying Merry Christmas. So, or I could do like a plain red. Also, leave these two up. Let's see.
John Newman was attending school in California. Police could find no evidence that he had returned to Alaska at the time of the murders and was not considered a suspect.
Because that could go. And then I do a bow out of this one.
Police wondered if Nancy Newman had made an enemy among
That would work.
co-workers or customers of the restaurant.
Because there is not much on this one, but it would work as just a hanging.
Two small children. Investigators wondered whether this was a botched robbery attempt that had turned
Just to hang, because I don't need much to hang.
of revenge.
Let's see if it would work to even hang.
After the murders of
Like I
Nancy
said, I
Newman
do
and
not
two
need
daughters,
much
Melissa
to.
and Angie, Anchorage residents feared that a random sex killer was on the loose.
this one is perfectly long enough just for a hanging, for just a hanging string.
Entry and the time spent in the apartment led investigators to believe the killer had been there before.
And then if I were to pull it just enough this way, just to hide the knot. And that makes it perfect. So if you like this, definitely give me hearts. Definitely share this on Facebook. I would love to have it shared with your friends or anywhere, so that way it can get spread around. I will get it also up on YouTube, so that way others can share, see it on there. So, but yeah, if you like it and want to see more of it or see it in any other way, please let me know. If there's anything else that you want to see, please message me and let me know. I have other stuff that I'd love to share, that I'd love to show you guys as well. So definitely let me know and I can get it out there to you guys. So I think it looks really good this way. I don't think it needs a bow. I think it looks great just like this. I like it like this, so I'm gonna leave it just like this. So, but if you guys have any other suggestions or anything that you guys want to comment to me, please let me know, and I'd love to take any suggestions. So have a great night, and please let me know if you guys came in and watched this. Leave a hashtag replay and say hi. Thanks. Bye.